Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of the F1 MyTeam mod career. Today we're doing episode number 2 of our very first season in Formula 1 at Bahrain as well under the night. This will be my first laps as well around Bahrain because I haven't been here in career mode. But yes, first of all, unlike in our my Red Bull career mode, R&D parts are actually cheap, or rather the normal price that they should actually be, so therefore we're going to get loads of them out there. We've got a durability, a powertrain and a chassis upgrade, so they'll be coming in probably for the next Grand Prix, I reckon, for the Vietnamese Grand Prix. So definitely, as we found out in season 1, we're going to need that extra engine power, but facilities wise we haven't really got a lot down here in Bournemouth. I mean, we've got one on the resource point generation for the aero, nothing here on the chassis really, although we are looking to get that done. We've got one at the fitness centre. I believe that's coming in soon, the 17th of March, so that'll be coming in a couple of days. The analyst suite probably what we do next because that's the cheapest of all, and then we'll start looking at maybe, I don't want to say powertrain because that's got fewer upgrades, but maybe a few of the aero and chassis upgrades because they are some of the cheapest there. Obviously, bearing in mind we've got to renew our teammates' contract, but there's not a lot of stuff we do, and I forgot to assign it to some activities for Callum to do, which was my bad. I forgot. But there was only a little bit of time left anyway, so there wouldn't be a lot done anyway. But yes, I will try and remember to do some next week. Just a point of note that for this weekend, of course, we are in Bahrain, so Bahrain doesn't allow alcohol sponsors, so there is no Magnus on the car this weekend. Just in case you sponsor it, notice it. And spot, yeah. Here's the performance graph. We sort of just nudged ahead of. I can't really see that, but it's very close between ourselves and AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. We just nudged ever so slightly ahead of them apparently, which is good because I think that we can be on par with them. I don't see why not. Judging by the first race in Australia where we almost got points, the fact of the matter is we can get points in this car in our debut season, and we're not as bad as the Williams, which is good. This car actually has investment into it, and not only that, it's actually got good chassis. We probably need to upgrade a little bit on. It's got mediocre aero, but it probably needs to upgrade a little bit on the powertrain. But the powertrain is so far the strongest suit of it, so we'll probably build the aero and the chassis, and then do least prioritize really the engine throughout this first season. Obviously the second season will be on next year's game, so whatever R&D set on next year's game will then apply. But anyway, enough about R&D. We move across to qualifying. Obviously we have the full qualifying in this series, so let's see if we can get our Q1. That was obviously going to be the target. I still haven't yet sorted out two things, the helmet and the gloves. I'm not sure I'm going to bother with that because I can't find the gloves, and the helmet I'm not a helmet modder, so I don't actually know. I've never actually done a lot of helmet modding apart from just overlaid some sponsors once, but there's issues with that, importing that. But we do actually, anyway, enough about that. We do actually get our Q1 there when the thing flicks through, and it's 15th place. Callum's up in 13th, so both cars are out of Q1, which is in our second race is absolutely fantastic. I think Williams will be jumping for joy, even Haas probably in modern day Formula 1 if they got both cars out of Q1, excuse me. But our fastest lap actually came in Q2 of the entire session. Yes, you can see that Callum has dropped to 16th. This is obviously everybody starts to get to speed up. We did our banker lap on a set of old softs, so obviously we're going to make up time on this one, and only fresh set of soft tyres that the FIA have given us. Coming through the first sector, we were a tenth up. That's dropped down to a little, but we do make it back up again as we go through this corner. So there's more time to be gained now, a tenth and a half up, although we do lose there. As we sort of adjust our line really through the hairpins. The hairpins on the pad are absolutely terrible, especially this one. You can brake early, and then obviously depending on, you can understeer wide. Depending on what line you're on, you can gain a massive amount of line or lose a massive amount of line. At the end of the second Euro straight, we're 5.5 tenths up. So coming to the end of the second sector, we made up a lot of time, 6 tenths up on our times. This is a good lap. It says we're only a tenth slower than Gasly, which is where the car performance says it is. Bearing in mind we haven't done any very little durability upgrade, so it's more likely to be there as opposed to being factored in. And coming across the line, it's going to be 8.5 tenths up, and I believe it's 13th place. So we were in 15th, it's now, yes, 13th place. Just shy of Gasly. That's a shame that we were just 2 tenths side, but we did beat Raikkonen and Stroll as well. Stroll in the better car too. So there's encouraging shines here that we're not. Yes, we're half a tenth off getting into Q3, but in our second race, we're not too bad to be starting 13th with the alternate strategy for tomorrow's race.
We're here again then at a circuit famous for its stunning visuals and thrilling battles for glory. Who will take the spotlight in the Bahrain Grand Prix today? There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best at turn 1 of course, and then another soon into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into the tight left-hander of turn 10. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, the surface looks clean enough, but I'm a little bit worried about the track temperature. It's pretty cool out there, which could give some teams difficulties when it comes to keeping their tyres in the right operating window. The cars out there that work their tyres hard and really put a lot of energy through them, they'll be the ones that are better off.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Max Verstappen and Albon, Ricciardo, Sainz, Perez and Esteban Ocon, Norris, Gasly, the owner driver, and Raikkonen, Stroll, Ireland, Romain Grosjean and Antonio Giovinazzi, Fiat, Russell, Magnussen and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
We're hoping you can get some points in this race. Good luck.
I hope so too, to be honest, because we're going to be on the alternative strategy, doing the 1 stop as opposed to the 2 stop. This is the advantage of the 50% race because of the 2 stops. But 1 stop race, let's see what we can do. 5 red lights. I know where we go. Not everybody's gone for the 1 stop, so there will be 2 stoppers out there. But it's a good start. We get Raikkonen and Gasly on the start. It's almost 4 wide again at the start, but Sainz doesn't give us any route, and we lose out to Ocon there. We have to come across at one point, and that sort of makes contact with Kimi again. I mean, he must be absolutely fuming with it. He'll be having words with me after the race, after what happened in Australia last week. But Kimi sort of, I don't know if he has damage or not, but he's not really making any inroads on this. He's on the soft tyre as well, so I'd expect him to make some ground up. And you can see here we're watching Danny Kvyat now, who's also, sorry, this is yes, this is actually Gasly, excuse me, and he's out the race, not Kvyat, excuse me. Gasly's out the race, so we're down to 21 runners. Virtual safety car is deployed. This series, you know, when we in my Red Bull AlphaTauri career mode, we've seen safety cars every time somebody retires. In this career mode, it gives us virtual safety cars, which didn't last long. We're moving to jump to lap 7 now. Raikkonen sort of slowing down, slowly disappearing behind us. Really, I'm not sure. You can see that Hamilton comes out behind us, but obviously we're not going to be able to keep the likes of Red Bull and Hamilton. It's more like the likes of the Renaults and the McLarens. I think we can probably be more right racing there. And Kvyat and Ilott is even coming into the top 10 as well there. As we're watching now, Charles Leclerc dispatching Kevin Magnussen. He's doing the two-stop Leclerc as Verstappen comes out behind Magnussen. So all these slower cars, this is our teammate who's being overtaken by Lewis Hamilton. All of these slower cars having to be overtaken by the likes of Hamilton and Leclerc. Not Vettel and Bottas though, because they did Q2 on the mediums, so they'll be doing the one stop like myself. But it is P3 on lap 11, but well, it didn't last long last time on the podium because Hamilton breezes past. I mean, he's already into turn 1. I mean, has anybody actually checked this season? I mean, we might put in a protest against the Mercedes engine, just like Red Bull did on the Ferrari engine last year. See if it's actually legal. But yes, Leclerc has caught up to us here on lap 13. We're coming in the pits at the end of this lap, so we're not really racing Leclerc. He's still got another stop to make. He takes the curbing though, which obviously just cuts in front of us, but obviously that wasn't the best ideal line that I want to be taking really. It lost a little bit of time there. Kvyat actually stayed. The pace with Kvyat is although he is falling backwards, he's not gone behind Bottas. The gap between myself and him has been stable throughout this stint, so that's good. We're going to see where Ilott comes out. Unfortunately, he had a bad start, which dropped him behind, which is why he's a lot further back. Where we're going to come out, I'm not really sure where we got Giovinazzi and Stroll in as well, but they too had some bad starts. I think they got held up, and it's going to come out in 14th, just ahead of Latifi and Grosjean. I don't know if they've made their stops yet or not. As we watch now, Charles Leclerc, he makes his final stop going onto the hard tyre. Not sure if that's the best strategy really for him. Medium, he could have taken the soft a bit later and pit for mediums. But there we go, we're on the hards though, obviously, because we're making the one and only stop. We're not using the soft in the race. But Verstappen now has moved up to us, and there's really no point fighting him. Yes, the Honda engine isn't as fast in a straight line, but he's on medium tyres. He's just going to run away, and the performance difference isn't that much compared to like Mercedes and Renault. As we're watching now, our teammate, he's getting mugged off now by the two Renaults. I'm not sure where the McLarens are. I think Sainz is ahead of this group and Norris is fallen behind. As Esteban Ocon, I mean, well, it's 2 videos in 2 that he's made a retirement. Coincidentally, in Red Bull career mode and in this. So watching now Danny Kvyat, he's now got Alex Albon and Sainz. So Sainz is ahead of the Renaults. So I think Norris had a bit of issues and got stuck. But Albon then gets past. All of them get past Kvyat, and we jump to lap 25. We've got 4 laps left. We take it deep into turn 1, and that's going to allow Albon to come back. We can't escape from Albon. His medium tyres and that car there, but we can keep him behind. We're going to back him into Carlos Sainz, and if they start fighting, that's going to give us a breather. Ricciardo's not that far away. He's closing in the Renault as well, so it's all to play for 6th place in this championship. Albon again has a look around the outside, but nothing to do there. Going up now to turn 3 in the second of the 3 DRS zones available in Bahrain. He has a look around the outside, nothing doing there, and we retain what is a P6. And you can see there now, we move later on to lap 27, and Carlos Sainz, he's going to have a look around the outside into the final corner on Alex Albon. Albon gives him space, which is potentially a little bit of a mistake from Albon, and he starts to get mugged off now here by Daniel Ricciardo as well. Goes down the inside into turn 1. So Albon has lost potentially 2 positions in the space of a couple of corners. And that really is the last lap. Moving to lap 29. Sainz has a look around the outside into the final corner, but it's not good. We have a compromised line. Bridge it up. We're using all of the overtake, and it's a fantastic P6 in the end. Very well deserved. The strategy was paid off, but yet somehow Danny Kvyat gets driver of the day. But nevertheless, P6, I'm definitely happy with that. Our first points in the Formula 1, it's definitely what we need to get those bonuses at the end of the season. But yes, it was pretty much bog standard. Bottas from Hamilton. Hamilton with the fastest lap. The fastest lap a little bit easier to see in this one as opposed to it was at... where was it? At Spain in yesterday's career mode video. But yes, obviously the 2 Williams and Latifi got lapped in the end. He struggled on the start, and then I think he fell down in the end. He didn't get the hards working in the end, so not a good day for him. He didn't have a greatest start, but in terms of the Drivers' Championship, we move up to P8. As I say, we may have to save some money already up and get a mid-season replacement if he doesn't perform. Again, you guys can have the input on that. We stay P7 in the Constructors, which is exactly what we need. We need P8 or above to get our
Great
bonus.
work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
Well, the strategy was the best. Obviously, the 1-stop was the one that won out today over the 2-stop. Unless you were like the Mercedes, then we did well to hang on and make the positions up
You're
while
breaking
everybody made
all
the 2-spot.
expectations. What's your secret?
We're at round 2. I'm not telling you my secrets.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
No. I mean, simple as that.
Appreciate your time.
To be honest, I didn't actually really see any collisions. There might have been a few brushes, but that's more the aggression of the AI than anything. We do move up to level 3. Our driver, our lot's up to level 5, but our team acclaim is up to level 4. But our money is all looking good. Our lot is 64 rated, so we'll be looking to train it up. Obviously, it could be better, but we're still a little bit of money away from the analysis suite, so that's annoying. The money's not coming in as far, but we are only 1 level away from getting a new sponsor, and we have probably got some resource points, enough resource points possibly for a rear downforce upgrade, because we got the front one already that was done from the interview, so that's probably where we'll go next with the rear downforce upgrade. We haven't earned as much R&D's points as I'd hoped as well. We've only got 765, so we're going to be doing a lot more. Again, ILOT letting us down there really, but we've got those 3 that should be coming in for the next episode. But yes, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're new around here, then please do subscribe for weekly Formula 1 content. We're currently on 197 subscribers at the time of recording. We're only 3 away from the magical double 100, so if you haven't yet subscribed, then please do. It's the big red button under the video and massively helps me out. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.